Alright, so today's is the Moon Gundam, which is a fairly rare one in Australia actually. I was quite lucky to find it sitting on the shelf in Hobbyco in the QVB down in Sydney, so I'm really looking forward to building this one. I've heard really good things about the kit. It's got great reviews online and it just looks awesome. Like, you can make that out on the screen there. He's got some awesome poses. He just looks wicked. That's the other side. There's not a huge amount of detail about him in there, but let's crack this open, shall we? It's only got the shoe stickers to keep it shut, so a little craft knife going through, cut these parts here. Let's take a look at what I have to build tonight. Alright, so I've got a fairly decent number of runners as indicated by the size of the box. Yeah, this is more like master grade level of runners, but it's to be expected for a fairly new kit. The booklet itself is quite thin. It's more of a leaflet than a book, which is an indication of fair simplicity. Good number of these parts are the Psycho Frame panel in the back. Got some really nice colour separation between the different colours of the unit. So I'm really looking forward to building this. When is this? Yeah, this is a number of these runners are marked as 2018, so they're pretty new. The whole kit is a fairly new thing considering it's 2019. And it comes with a stand. That's probably the best part, actually. Most of the kits I've purchased in the last year haven't come with their own stand. I think the last one that did was, I can't even remember which one it was. It wasn't the Zeta, it was something else, but it came with this piddly little thing, and the one before that came with a stand for its weapon, which was the Barbatos Full Mechanics. But yeah, so an actual action base, kind of a see-through opaque black this time, which is quite cool. But it's a full action base kit that you'd normally spend about $12 to $13 on. And so yeah, there's four, five, 6 packs of runners to this whole thing. The last couple of master grade, high grades I've done were maybe 1 or 2 less. I think the Age Gundam that I'll be building tomorrow only has like 4. So this should be quite a bit of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, now for a drop in picture quality as we jump to my time lapse. Okay, so yeah, took a good couple of hours to put him together. He's a lot fiddlier than I expected, but god damn does he look good. He is so cool. Unlike a few of my other models, I panel lined as I was going through, so you'll see quite a bit of panel line work. This is probably still a little bit more than I can do, but oh man, he is such a cool figurine. So he's currently kind of on his action stand just to keep him standing, because this back panel is heavy. Like, it is a big solid chunk of plastic, and also that's really tightly on there. So he stands up quite well by himself, but this piece, the Psycho frame, is awesome. That's a really cool way of doing it. It's quite diverse. I can do all sorts of different bits and pieces with it. Like, you can break parts off, turn it into a shield that sits on his arm, kind of like this. There we go. So you can turn it into a shield. There's parts that modify in order to attach it onto his arm, which is really cool. He's got this amazing beam axe, which is awesome, because I didn't look at it too closely, but he's a Neo Zeon prototype, so he gets the beam axe instead of the beam saber, and yeah, he's an awesome mobile suit. Articulation wise, pretty decent. So yeah, there's most of the bend, but that premium butt flap gets in the way, so you get a pretty decent kick in the leg. Pretty good in the foot. Like, that is some ballerina kind of toes right there. You move that flap out of the way, it comes most of the way back up as well. So he's got some real ballerina feet on him. His waist joint is really good. It's a little just a little lever joint in there, so he doesn't quite do the splits, but it's pretty close, especially with this huge butt flap, which is basically immovable. Has a little bit of back and forth, but nothing major. The arms are really cool. There's quite a decent range of movement in the shoulders, and the head is the pretty standard back to back, up and down, and can do an easy 360 as well. So overall, he's got some pretty cool articulation. Could do some quite cool action poses if I really wanted to. I might play around with that a little bit more. Put this back together. Might play around with some action poses and get him into some really cool positions with the Psycho frame on the back, and just have some awesome shapes and things that you can do with it. So I'm looking forward to playing with that a bit. But yeah, lots of fun. In comparison to the Kshatriya that I built last night, it's a close call. They're two very different styles of mobile suit, but the Kshatriya, for all intents and purposes, is a statue with slightly movable parts on the outside, whereas this is more of an action figurine with lots of articulation, lots of decent poses. The ankle joints are a little bit on the weak side, but I can tighten those up fairly easily. But yeah, he's quite a bit of fun, and I'm really glad I managed to find him. So easy 9 out of 10. Yeah, not quite perfect. I was promised in the booklet a clear part for the visor, but I never found it. So there's just a small clear green plastic in the visor there. I'm surprised at the lack of decals and stickers. So the color correction is amazing. So everything that you see on him is the color of the plastic, which is pretty cool, except obviously for the panel lining, which is quite a neat touch, and I hope to see more of that in figurines going into the future. But yeah, if you find it on the shelf and you have a spare 60 Australian dollars, 100% do recommend getting this one. It is well worth it. The build is heaps of fun, and the end product is just amazing. So that's him for now, and I will see you next time.